are financial behaviors that differentiate between the rich and the people who are struggling financially. It is important to assess yourself as to what is failing you and what you need to do about it. Leave a comment down below if you feel there's something you can do to change your current financial situation. We said if maybe you have a deficit budget, you can either adjust your budget downwards or you can get an extra source of income. Leave a comment if you have either tried to reduce your expenses or increase your income. Hello good people, Jessie is my name, and on this channel we talk about finance, personal development, travel and charity. If this is your kind of content, kindly consider subscribing and join the Just family. On to the video. The question I was asking myself is, why is there a huge difference between the rich and the poor? And by rich and poor, I don't mean money. I mean how you plan yourself or how you consider yourself rich. Remember, in a previous episode, we talked about how to define richness. It's not always about the money. There are so many factors to look at for you to consider yourself either poor or rich. So, here are some tips that you can look at in your personal life to assess whether you're heading to financial freedom direction. Number 1, embrace a growth mindset. What do you have in mind when you're thinking about your finances? Are you always complaining, looking at the negative side, wondering when this is going to be done, asking yourself, why me? Wait a minute, have you ever asked yourself, why me? I will tell you, the time you have that feeling of wanting to ask yourself, why me? Don't do that. Ask God. Since you have given me the challenge, give me the strength and the courage to get through this challenge. The rich always have a mind of continuous learning and personal development. You are not looking at your failures, you're looking at how to get better. If you sit and you start crying about what has happened, then you will not grow. So the moment you start focusing on, I am here, I need to get to the next level, it will make a whole lot of difference in your journey. Embrace learning, seek opportunities for growth, and have open mind for new ideas. The only fulfilling investment is investing in yourself. Leave a comment down below if you ever take time to focus on yourself. The next thing is setting clear goals. Someone who is focused, they will have in place short, medium, and long term, and a roadmap of how you will achieve those goals. You do not have aimless goals that you say, oh, I want to achieve this, I want to achieve the other, but you don't have a plan to achieve that. You're just like aimlessly running your life. You will not progress. The next thing is create and follow a budget. The most successful people start by becoming disciplined. So if you create a budget, you track it and you follow it. That is the beginning of success. If you have discipline for the money that you have right now, it will be easy even as you grow to be able to continue having the same discipline. Ensure that your finances and your budget align with your short, medium, and long-term goals, because at the end of the day, these long-term goals depends on how you behave today, and you need to track often and ensure if you need to make adjustments, you do it as soon as possible to avoid maybe suffering a loss at a later date, something maybe you could have addressed in good time. The next thing is practicing delayed gratification. You know, we all desire to be happy, to enjoy life each and every day, but you also need to make some sacrifices today to be able to do better tomorrow. If you sacrifice today, tomorrow for sure will be a better one. But it doesn't mean you become stingy to yourself. It just means you need to be able to make a sacrifice here and there. I mean, you do not want to maybe live large today and then suffer in your old age. For instance, you can start focusing on your long-term goals now than saying, like, let me just look at it from this perspective. If you say, I want to maybe have a Range Rover in the next 20 years, it looks like eternity, yeah? But it will come to pass. So the sooner you start planning for that big car, that dream car, the better for you. Yeah. Otherwise, by the time the 20 years come and pass, you'll be asking yourself what happened. The next thing is investing in knowledge and skills. For instance, if you want to maybe make an investment, and since you're not an expert in that field, you may require an expert to do it for you. So you can imagine, if you don't do your research and something goes wrong, who will you have to blame? But if you do your research and get expert advice, most likely there is a possibility of success. If you have a skill that you just need to fine tune, I mean, it is as simple as that skill usually is your passion. So you just need to align it with your goals. For instance, you may find people always requesting you to be the MC of their events. What does that tell you? It tells you you could be an MC. If someone feels like you're worth being an MC for an event, a small one, that is a stepping stone. I've seen a few MCs talk about how they ended up becoming MCs because they were just emceeing a friend's event, and the next thing someone felt like he's a good guy. I remember we actually went for my brother's dowry payment, and the gentleman who was representing my late dad, may his soul continue resting in peace, he did an amazing job. And the people who were, and our guests, they were impressed, and he ended up getting some 2 3 opportunities. So when you actually find yourself having an opportunity to showcase yourself, it's time. That reminds me, a few months ago, I lost a relative, and as I was going for the funeral, I stopped by some place to just inquire something. And the first thing those guys told me is like, hey, we're just here because we don't have work and we would want to work. Can you imagine? I didn't ask them whether they need work. I didn't ask them I didn't tell them that I'm looking for someone to work for me, but they are selling themselves. Let me tell you, if an opportunity comes up, trust me, I would definitely reach out to them. That is someone who is going all out to sell themselves, you know. So when you have an opportunity to showcase your passion, your skill, go for it. Maybe that skill is what will take you to the next level of your life, maybe financially, maybe as a way of personal development. So don't allow opportunities to pass you by. Build a strong network, that is surrounding yourself with a strong network. It is recommended that some of your friends should be above you so that they can challenge you to grow. Remember, you're not being jealous, you're not being envious, and they're not looking down on you. You are focusing on seeing what are they doing that I can do to better myself, my life, my career, everything. Yeah, so you're just looking up to them to help you grow. And if in the process you can get a good mentor, that is even better, because I mean, that mentor will walk the journey with you and perhaps guide you to how they actually got to where they are. If you're a mentor out there, leave a comment down below. If you're a mentee, leave a comment down below. if you know the value or the importance of having a mentor. Give this video a like. Develop risk management skills that will help you, of course, take risks and also still have growth in your personal finance. I think one of the biggest challenges is that most people are risk averse. You have the fear of unknown more than the fear of trying. Why not try and say, I tried, it just failed, or it just didn't work out the way I would have wanted? But you will not say, I didn't try. If for instance you make an effort and at the end of the day you realize your effort is not being rewarded, maybe you quit, or maybe sometimes you change tactics. Most of the people who succeed in something is because they don't give up. Not because it's working the first time, but because they don't give up. They keep trying until, you know what, when it's your time, it's your time. The next thing is diversify your income. We have said time and again, you need to think of what would happen if you lost your source of income today. Would you become a beggar? Would you become a huge debtor because now you have borrowed from everyone until when someone sees your call, they're like, he wants money again? You need to try and see if you can have at least multiple sources of income so that in case one is affected, you still have your life, especially you're able to meet your basic needs, even maybe as you go back to your wants. The last one, and I think for me the most important, is have discipline. Everything starts with discipline because no matter what project you start, you will need that discipline. Assuming you're now starting to align your income with your expenses and you're looking for ways to reduce your expenditure, what do you need? Discipline. You want to start saving, what do you need? Discipline. You want to stop a bad habit, what do you need? Discipline. So it could be the last item, but for me it is the highlight of personal growth and development. Leave a comment down below with any other suggestion that can actually help us cultivate our financial success. Remember, we're on the journey to improving our finances. And one of the ways as the Just family we are doing is the 52-week saving challenge. So if you have not joined, it's never too late. You can join today. By the time you'll be watching this video, we will be 42 weeks to go. So 42 weeks to go. So it is never too late. 41 weeks is still time to make a difference. Yeah, don't forget to check out our previous videos, especially on this challenge, so that you understand why we are doing it, what is our motive, the purpose, the goal, and everything about the challenge, at least before you join. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, kindly consider subscribing. If you're returning, thank you so much for always coming back to watch our videos. See you on our next one. Bye.